Good afternoon to everyone. So today class is solar system, right? So now we are going to introduction. So introduction to the solar system. So now first of all, what is solar system? So it means you see here, we have 9 planets here, right? So the early in the Earth history, the Earth probably it had a thick and hot atmosphere, right? So the surface of the planet was probably hotter than the boiling point of water. So much of the planet's water was trapped as water vapor into the atmosphere, right? So in early no continents or no oceans probably existed, right? And no evidence also, no evidence of life on proto-Earth has been discovered. So eventually, the surface cooled enough for early crust to begin to form, right? So with a solid crust. So Earth is three layers, right? So first one is crust, mantle, core. So with a solid crust and reduced surface temperature and also rainfall, temperature and rainfall, it could begin to accumulate in depression on the surface, right? Which surface? Earth surface. Okay. So as more and more water was released from the atmosphere, oceans began to form. Okay. So uh, the age of Earth is how much? 4.6, right? 4.6 billion years. 4.6 billion years. It's called BYA. Billion years ago, the Earth's oceans were essentially in place. Okay. So nearly the 2 billion years ago, life had advanced enough for photosynthesis to take place. So it's gradually consuming the vast reservoirs of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere and also dissolves in the oceans while releasing the oxygen to accumulate into the atmosphere, our atmosphere. So now, so what is the origin of the earth? So according to the widely accepted, this nebular hypothesis, you see here, this nebular hypothesis. It means the nebular hypothesis is a widely accepted model in cosmology. Cosmology and astronomy. Okay. Cosmology and astronomy that explain the formation and evolution of stars and planetary systems. So it proposes that stars and planets form from the gravitational collapse of giant molecular cloud composed. It mostly of this hydrogen and helium. Hydrogen and helium gas along with small amount of heavier elements, right? So according to this hypothesis, nebular hypothesis, as the cloud contrast due to its own gravity and it begins to rotate faster and forming a spinning disk space, right? So within this disk, materials begin to clump together due to gravitational attraction. So it's forming protostars. What is that? It's forming protostars and eventually planets, right? So the planets and moons in the solar system, including solar system means including Earth, it formed from a huge cloud of mostly this hydrogen and helium. So the contraction, rotation, and dropping temperatures. So these are resulted in the formation of small particles. So the first being, what is this? Nickel, right? Nickel and iron, NiFe. So it's called shortcut knife, nickel, iron, knife. Okay, all of you remember this NiFe, knife. Right. So these began to stick together and after tens of millions of years of condensation and accretion. So the earth was formed how much? About 5 billion years ago, right? 5 billion years ago. So although the earth has been cooling ever since and it has formed a hard outer crust and part of the interior is still hot and molten, right? Interior is what is this interior and hot molten? So this is the part of the earth, right? So our solar system is a part of the Milky Way galaxy. What is that? Milky Way galaxy. You see this one, okay? So the sun is the at the center of the solar system. You see here, this is the sun, right? And around which all other planets rotate here, these circles, right? So except Mercury and Venus. So remaining six planets have their natural satellite revolving around them in a particular orbit. So the solar system also contains how many planets? 8 planets, which are large, almost spherical objects, so that revolve around the sun in elliptical paths. It's called orbits, right? It's called orbits. ORBITS. So the Earth is also one of the planets, and it lies at a distance from this sun. You see here where it is Earth. So this one, third planet from the sun, right? So distance from the sun such that it is neither too hot, right? Too hot nor too cold. So for life to exist. So there is an asteroid belt between uh, which one? Just wait. Right. So Mars and Jupiter. Okay, Mars and Jupiter. So this is the belt. It's called asteroid belt. ASTERIOD, asteroid belt. So planets inside the belts are distinctly different from those outside in terms of size, mass, and also composition, right? So you see here, so we have two kinds of planets here, right? How many types? Two types. So first one is inner planets and outer planets. Okay. So what are the inner planets and outer planets? So first of all, we are going to inner planets. So it's called rocky planets or terrestrial planets, right? So planets inside the belt, so that those are called terrestrial planets. What is that? Planets inside the belt. Which belt? Asteroid belt. Okay. So planets inside the asteroid belts are called terrestrial planets or rocky planets. So they are Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. So these are the terrestrial planets, right? So, and Mars. So, which are mostly made up of solid rock and metal. Okay. So, and also their density are means 3. You see here 3 gram per cubic meter, right? 3 grams per cubic meter or more. So these are similar to Earth, right? So these terrestrial planets are nearer to the sun with metallic minerals and rock crust with a thin atmosphere and have less number of natural satellites. Okay. So this is inner planets. And next one is outer planets. So outer planets is called gas giant planets or Jovian planets. Okay. So this outer planets means planets outside of the belt. That is called Jovian planets or gas giant planets, right? So suppose examples, there are Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. So these are called outer planets, right? So which are mostly made up of like hydrogen, helium, have thick atmospheres, right? Etc. So these planets are very large in comparison to the rocky planets. So their density was below uh, 2 gram, right? How much? 2 gram per cubic meter. So inner planets, that is 3 gram per cubic meter, but below 2 gram per cubic meter is outer planets density, right? So while Jovian planets are away from sun and made up of hot gases and have rings around them and have a large number of natural satellites, right? So these are the two types of our planets. First one is inner planets and second one is outer planets, right?
Yes.
Chandana,
Yes, ma'am.
Vamma?
Ah,
Okay, right.
Chan.
So you are only one, right? Okay, next we are going to one by one. First one is sun. Okay. So the only star, sun is the only star in our solar system and powerhouse of the solar system, right? So the composed of hydrogen in the sun 73 percentage and helium is 25 percentage gases and other metals, right? And other metals also. So sun carries almost how much? 99%. 99% of mass of our solar system. So approximately, you see here 15 crore kilometers. How much? 15 crore kilometers further away from the Earth. Okay. So it takes around 8 minutes 30 seconds for light at the speed of how much? It means 3 lakhs, right? 3 lakhs kilometer per second to reach the earth. Okay, reach the earth. So the temperature at surface is 50, I think 56, sorry, 5,600 degrees Celsius. This is the surface temperature of the sun. And the temperature at the center of the sun is 15.7 million kilometers, right? That one. So this is the sun. And second one is Mercury. So Mercury. So Mercury is the closest planet to the sun. Okay. And the smallest, remember this, closest to the sun and the smallest planets in the solar system. Okay. Smallest planet in the solar system with a diameter of 4,900 kilometers and a very hot planet, this one. Okay. It's a very hot planet. So it has a rocky surface. You see here, you observe this figure showing rocky surface with many craters and a very thin atmosphere. Okay, atmosphere. So, and also fastest planet. This is the fastest planet with the speed of how much? 1,72,500 kilometers per hour. Okay. So this is the fastest planet and also smallest planet and also closest planet to the sun. Okay. Mercury. So the planet with no water. Planet is with no water and gases like nitrogen, hydrogen, and also oxygen and also carbon dioxide. Okay. So it has extreme temperature variations. It ranging from extremely hot during the day of extremely cold at night due to its lack of atmosphere to retain heat. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
The next one is, so this is the compulsory question. They are asking in your examination, write about solar system or explain the solar system or planets. Okay. So next one is Venus. So Venus is the similar in size to the Earth, right? And it is often called Earth sister planet. Uh, Earth sister planet or twin planet. Okay. So due to their similar sizes, right? Due to similar sizes and also compositions. So the Venus has come from radio signals transmitted by spacecraft that have landed on the surface, right? Surface. So it has a thick atmosphere. It composed mostly of carbon dioxide, right? CO2, carbon dioxide. So which is creates a strong greenhouse effect, right? Greenhouse effect. And it making in the hottest planets in the solar system. This is the hottest planet, right? So with the surface temperature, how much? 500 °C, right? And its surface is covered in volcanoes and lava plains and also large impact craters. And brightest is, so it's called brightest star. Remember this word, brightest star, right? So in the solar system, and it can be seen in the morning and also evening with our open eyes, right? And also it's known as evening star, evening star, evening star and morning star. Why? Because it can be seen in the morning and also evening. So that's why it's called evening star and morning star. Okay. So this is the Venus. And next we are going to Earth. Okay. So Earth is the uh, third planet, right? From from the sun. Okay. This is the third planet from the sun and the only known planet to support life or survive. Oh, so it has a diverse range of environments and including oceans, continents, and polar ice caps, right? So the Earth atmosphere contains oxygen, O2, right? So which is vital for supporting life as we know it, right? So the only planet in our solar system, the only planet to give support to life with a pleasant atmosphere. Okay, pleasant atmosphere. So also known as, it's called blue planet. So blue planet అని ఎందుకు అంటారు? So maximum Earth is covered oceans, right? So that's why it's called blue planet because of the presence of water on it. So it has one natural satellite. Its name Moon. Okay, Moon. So this is the Earth. Okay. Next one is Mars. So you see here, Mars is often called the red planet. Okay, red planet due to its reddish. You see here, reddish appearance caused by iron oxide, right? Iron oxide on its surface. Okay. సో మనకి ఇది ఆల్రెడీ కనపడుతుంది కదా, రెడ్డిష్ కలర్. రెడ్డిష్ కలర్ ఉంటే మ్యాక్సిమం మనకి ఇందులో ఐరన్ అనేది ఎక్కువగా కనపడుతుంది, రైట్? సో దాట్స్ వై we call this one Mars red planet. Okay. So this is the second smallest planet, right? Second smallest planet. So first smallest planet, what is that?
Mercury.
Right. So this is second one, right? So it has two natural moons. It's called Phobos and Deimos. Phobos and Deimos. So in the earth only we have only moon. But here we have two two natural moons, Phobos and Deimos. So it has a thin atmosphere primarily composed of carbon dioxide, CO2, and it has evidence of ancient river valleys and craters, deserts, and also ice caps, etc. Right? So it is indicating that water once flowed on its surface. Okay. So the Mars has polar ice caps, right? Polar ice caps and volcanoes. So volcanoes means including Olympus Mons. So it's called largest volcano. Olympus Mons. This one. It's here, this one. This is the largest volcano and the tallest mountain. సో మనకు వాల్కానోస్ అన్ని ఎక్కడ వస్తాయి, మౌంటైన్స్ ఉన్నాయి కదా, అందుకని దీన్ని మనము లార్జెస్ట్ వాల్కానో అండ్ ది టాలెస్ట్ మౌంటైన్ అని పిలుస్తారు ఇన్ ది సోలార్ సిస్టమ్, రైట్? And also the deepest canyon, right? Deepest canyon, Canyon, canyon and valleys mariner, right? So this is the Mars. So in your examination, you can write 2 or 3 points each planet. Okay. So next we are going to Jupiter. So Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system. So with the shortest rotation, okay? Shortest rotation, and it's known as the gas giant planets. So gas giant planets means, I already told this previous slide, this one, gas, right? Gas giant planets. Okay. Right. So it has a thick atmosphere, mainly composed of hydrogen and helium and also other gases. So the third brightest planet, right? So in the night sky, often the moon and Venus. So first one is moon and second one is Venus and third one is Jupiter, right? So the Jupiter has a prominent system of colorful bands and swirling storms. Swirling means circles, right? Swirling storms, including the Great Red Spot. Great Red Spot, a massive storm larger than the Earth, right? So it has at least 69 moons. 69 moons is there in Jupiter, including 4 large Galilean moons. Right? So, in Low Europa, Ganymede and Callisto. So, these are the 4 moons. So, which were discovered by Galileo. Galileo is the scientist, right? So, Galileo. So, Ganymede is in these 4, Ganymede is the largest moon, right? Largest moon. Remember this one. So it has an unclear ring around it. Okay. So this is the about Jupiter, and we are going to Saturn. So you see this Saturn figure. Saturn is the second largest planet in the solar system, and also it has a gas giant planet. It's called gas giant planet. So it is known for its extensive ring system. You see here this figure, ring system, right? So and it is made up of ice particles ranging in size from teeny giant to large chunks, right? So the Saturn has a complex atmosphere with band similar to Jupiter, but less prominent. Okay, less prominent. So the Saturn it can float on water because it has less density than water, right? Less density than water. And the Saturn has at least 62 moons, and the it means Titan, not Titan. This means Titan. Titan is the largest moon in the Saturn in 62 moons. So 62 moons లో మనకి ఇది టీటాన్ అనేది చాలా పెద్ద మూన్ ఇన్ సాటర్న్ లో. ఓకే, సో దిస్ ఇస్ ది సాటర్న్. ఎర్త్ అయిపోయింది కదా, మళ్ళీ ఎర్త్ వచ్చేసింది. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ యురేనస్. So Uranus is also, you see the color, observe this one. So Uranus is also as ice giant. సో మనకు బ్లూ కలర్ లో కనిపిస్తుంది కదా మ్యాక్సిమం మనకి. సో ఇట్స్ ఏ ఐస్ జియాన్ అండ్ ప్రైమర్లీ ఇట్ కంపోజ్డ్ ఆఫ్ హైడ్రోజన్ అండ్ హీలియం అండ్ ices such as water, ammonia and methane, right? So the Uranus has the third largest planetary radius and fourth largest planetary mass in the solar system. Okay, so it is greenish color, green and bluish color. Okay, it's showing. So, and it discovered by who? William Herschel. William Herschel in the year of 1781. So it has a unique feature. It means it's a axis of rotation is tilted almost parallel to its orbital plane, causing it to appear to roll, right? Roll on its side as it orbits. So the sun, right? Orbits the sun. So it means rotate clockwise on its axis like Venus, right? But unlike other planets. So Uranus has at least how much? 25 moons are there, right? So the famous moons are Miranda and Ariel and Ambriel, right? So these are the famous moons. So the Uranus has a Fiant ring system, and it is a series of moons, and also this is the largest of which is named Titania. Titania, 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 right? So this is the Uranus. And next one is Neptune. Neptune. So Neptune is the farthest, not fastest, farthest planet. You see here. Farthest planet from the sun, and it is also another ice giant. It's called ice giant planet. So the fourth largest planet and the third most massive planet in the solar system is Neptune, right? So it has a deep blue color due to the presence of methane. Okay, you see here, methane. So in its atmosphere, so which is absorbed red light and reflects blue color, right? Blue light. So it is discovered by who? Johann Galle and Urbanely Warrior in the year of 1846. Okay, 1846. So the only planet in the solar system found by mathematical predictions. This is the only planet, right? So it has known 14 satellites, and famous moon is Triton, right? And Neptune has strong winds and also storms including the great dark spot and a massive storm similar to Jupiter great red spot. Okay. So the atmosphere primarily composed of hydro hydrogen and helium. Okay. Hydrogen and helium. So up to here, 8 planets is over. So how to remember these 8 planets by order? So I will give this short remember note. Wait here. Just you see here my very educated mother just served us 9 pizzas kept things straight. Okay. So in the sentence, my means ఏమొస్తుందమ్మా?
Mercury.
Mercury. Right. Very good. So V means
Venus.
Venus. So E means
Earth.
Earth. So M means Mali
Mars.
Mars. Very good. And just J means
Jupiter.
Jupiter. Okay. S means
Saturn.
Saturn. Inka U means
Uranus.
Venus. And N means
Neptune.
Neptune. So last one is Pluto.
Pluto.
P means Pluto. So this is the పొట్టి గ్రహాలు అంటారు కదా, స్మాలెస్ట్ ప్లానెట్స్. సో ఈ నేమ్ మీరు ఇది గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. ఈ సెంటెన్స్ గుర్తుపెట్టుకుంటే మీకు 9 planets అనేవి ఈజీగా బై ఆర్డర్ లో మీకు. ఓకే. సో యూ కెన్ రిమెంబర్ దిస్ సెంటెన్స్. సో విల్ గెట్ ది 10 marks. ఓకే. ఇది 10 marks క్వశ్చన్ మీకు ఎగ్జామ్ లో ఎస్ఏ క్వశ్చన్. ఇది మీకు బై ఆర్డర్ లో మీకు ఇలా లిస్ట్ అంతా వస్తుంది మీకు. ఓకేనా?
Yes.
రైట్. ఎంతమంది వచ్చారు? నువ్వు ఒక్కదాని వచ్చినావా చందన ఆన్లైన్ క్లాస్ కి? అట్లీస్ట్ నువ్వు అని వచ్చావు. ఓకే, దెన్ నెక్స్ట్. So in our solar system, not only planets is there. So extra we have asteroids, satellites, and also meteors and meteorites. Okay. And comets, right? And we have draft planets. So they are asking in our examination short question, draft planets. So I will tell you, just wait. So next we are going to asteroids, right? Asteroid means the solar system also contains small irregular shaped objects made of rock, metals, and also carbon. So that is called asteroids or minor planets orbiting the sun. Okay. So the most of these objects lie between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter in the asteroid belt, right? So they are not visible from the air with the naked eye. So, but many may be seen through our binoculars, right? Binoculars are small telescopes. Okay. So this you see here, Ceres, Vesta, Phae. So these three are some famous and largest asteroids in the our solar system. Okay. This is the asteroids. Next, meteors and meteorites. Meteors and meteorites. So these are also known as shooting stars, right? It's called shooting stars. So meteors, only meteors. Meteors are the smallest sized rocky material which is generally formed due to asteroid collision and approaching the Earth, right? So because of the Earth atmosphere, atmospheric layers, and these small rocks burn before reaching the our surface. Okay. So, but there are some meteors which do not burn completely and the land on the surface of Earth's surface, right? So they are called meteorites. Okay. This is the difference. Okay. What is the meteorites? The meteorites which do not burn completely, right? It's called meteorites. So the Williamette, Mobji, and KPR, and EA Chaco. So these are some meteorites. These are the names of meteorites. Okay. సో ఇవన్నీ ఇండియా వాళ్ళు పెట్టలేదు కాబట్టి నేమ్స్ అన్ని డిఫరెంట్ ఉన్నాయి. ఏ కంట్రీ పెట్టిందో ఆ నేమ్స్ తోనే ఉంది. మేబీ దిస్ వన్ చైనా. ఓకే. So these are some meteorites found on the earth, right? So, and also Lonar Lake. Lonar Lake, this is in Maharashtra in India. So this Lonar Lake is supposed to be created by a meteor impacts in Pleistocene epoch. సో ప్లియోస్టోసీన్ ఎపోక్ అనేది మీకు పేలియంటాలజీలో వస్తుంది కదా, ప్లియోస్టోసీన్. ఓకే. సో ఎరా పీరియడ్ ఎపోక్ అని మనకి పేలియంటాలజీలో వస్తాయి. సో దిస్ ఇస్ ది ప్లియోస్టోసీన్ ఎపోక్ అన్నమాట. ఓకే. సో దిస్ ఇస్ ద మీటియోర్స్ అండ్ మీటియోరైడ్స్. సో now what is the difference between a meteorite and meteor? And meteorite is also there. Meteorite. So it is the meteor, right? Meteor means a meteor is the streak of light that you see in the sky, right? When a small pieces of cometary or asteroidal material enters into the atmosphere at high speed, at high speed, and burns up because of the frictional heating from the species collision with the atoms and molecules in the atmosphere. So before the small bit of comet or asteroid enters into the atmosphere, it flows through interplanetary space and it's called meteorites, right? So most of the meteorites that enter the atmosphere burn up completely as meteors, right? So in some cases, however, the meteorites does not completely burn up and the object actually makes it to Earth surface. It's called meteorites, right? So the chunk that has survived, it's called meteorites. So a small body starts its life as a meteorite floating through space between the planet until it makes a bright streak of lights in the atmosphere as a meteor, and then, right? So this is the meteors and meteorites. Then next, satellites. So satellites, all of you know about these satellites. Satellites are the object revolved around the our planets. And also these are also part of the our solar system, right? So the Earth natural satellite is the moon. Okay. This is Earth satellite. So the some satellites like I already told previous slide, Ganymede, right? Ganymede are bigger than Mercury and it can have atmospheres, right? So the artificial satellites are an important part of the solar system too, right? So these satellites are man-made, right? Man-made, artificial means man-made satellites. So these satellites revolved around the Earth much closer than the natural satellites. It means natural satellite means moon, this moon, okay? So Aryabhatta, all of you know Aryabhatta name. Aryabhatta is the first artificial satellite of the India. So, and also many other satellites have been launched by India, but some of them are INSAT. INSAT, capital రాయాలని INSAT and IRS and also EduSat. Sorry. పడతలేదు. EduSat. EDUSATE. EDUSAT. EduSat. So INSAT, IRS, and EduSats, right? So these are the for Indian satellite, right? And also comets. So comets means, so these are shiny and luminous tailed stars. It's called tailed, TAILED, tailed stars, right? So these are rocky and metallic materials surrounded by frozen zones. Frozen gases, right? So the tail faces opposite, opposite of the sun, right? Opposite of the sun, and the head faces towards the sun, okay? Towards the sun. So they become visible when they travel close to the sun, okay? So the comets are small, irregularly shaped objects made up of ice. Okay, ice. So they usually come from the outermost reaches of the solar system beyond Neptune. From a region, it's known as the Kuiper belt. So this is very important. Kuiper, Kuiper belt. Okay. What is the Kuiper belt? Where Neptune, sorry, outermost reaches of the solar system. It beyond Neptune from the region, right? It's called Kuiper belt. So when these objects come close to the sun, the ice vaporized, forming a beautiful tail behind this. Okay. So some of these comets appear regularly, such as HALLEYS. This Halley's comet is famous, right? HALLEYS, Halley's comet. So this is the famous which appeared last time in the year of 1986 and which appears once every 76 years. అంటే మనకు మళ్ళీ నెక్స్ట్ ఇయర్ ఎప్పుడు కనపడుతుంది ఇది 2061 లో మనకి మళ్ళీ నెక్స్ట్ ఇది మనకి కనబడుతుంది. ఓకేనా? అది హేలీ తోక చుక్క అంటారు కదమ్మా, అదే అనమాట. హేలీ, HALLEY. తెలుగులో చెప్తారు హేలీ తోక చుక్క వచ్చింది అని. ఇది 70 years ఒకసారి మనకి ఇది కనబడుతుంది. ఓకే. సో దిస్ ఈస్ ది comets. And last one, this is important. So I will give the nodes from here to here, satellites and comets, asteroids, right? Asteroids, meteorites, okay. So I will give nodes. So these are, this is the draft planets. So draft planets means Pluto, Ceres, and Haumea, and Makemake, and Aries. So these are called draft planets. So apart from the 8 planets, there are also draft planets such as Pluto, Ceres, Haumea, Makemake, and Aries, right? So these are celestial bodies so that orbit the sun, but these are not considered full-fledged planets, right? So due to their smaller size and also other characteristics, right? So these draft planets are objects smaller than planets and larger than asteroids. So that orbit the sun at various planets, right? So the nearest dot planet to us is this series. So which lies in the asteroid belt. So the most famous is this Pluto, which lies beyond Neptune and the inner edge of the Kuiper belt, KUIPR Kuiper belt, right? So in the year of 2014, the Pluto, Pluto and also other 5 satellites, they were visited by a spacecraft named, what is that? New horizons of the first time in the history, capturing images of the icy draft planet in high resolution, right? High resolution. So what is the draft planet? So dot planets are heavenly bodies that are too small to be considered a planet, but too large to fall under smaller categories, right? So the International Astronomical Units, it means AU, it's called AU, International, IAU antaru, IAU or AU. International Astronomical Units, it defines a planet as something that obey the some of the criteria. First one is that is to be orbit around the sun, and second one is it has enough gravity to pull its own mass into the round shape, and also third one is it was cleared its orbit of smaller objects, right? So these are the dwarf planets, right? So now టుడే టాపిక్ ఈజ్ ఓవర్ అమ్మా. ఈ క్లాస్ అయిపోయింది. నెక్స్ట్ మీకు ఏం క్లాస్ ఉంది ఇంకా చందన?
నాదైతే అయిపోయింది.
మీది అయిపోయిందా? వేరే ఏం క్లాస్ లేవు ఇంకా?
లేవు.
సరే సరేలే, వాళ్ళు 1 అవర్ వరకే రికార్డ్ చేస్తారు ఇది, సరేనా? మళ్ళీ నెక్స్ట్ సండే ఉంది మనకి, ఓకేనా? నేను ఇది మీకు గ్రూప్ లో షేర్ చేస్తాను పీపీటీ. ఓకే అమ్మా, ఓకే. ఎనీ డౌట్స్?
క్లియర్.
ఓకే ఓకే అమ్మా.
థ్యాంక్ యూ మ్యామ్.